Warning: the following contains explicit language and subject matter that may not be suitable for younger listeners, church folk, and people who enjoy kale smoothies.
He goes to get the costume and he's like, is this sex pimp? It's Harry Potter. Is this American sex pimp? I was like, dude. He's like, oh, but where's this crumb?
Where is this crumb? All right, I'm going to do my intro and we'll get started.
Let's get it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to A Pod Amongst Men. I'm your host, Steve B., and I'm off mic. This is Coffee Break Conversations for the 21st century, and I'm joined today, first-time guest, longtime friend,
Yes, sir.
Mike F., a.k.a. Fedo.
Don't say the other AKA.
Oh, yeah, I'm
The
not using the old one.
That was dark times.
Yeah.
Fun times.
We were into the dark arts back then.
Yeah. Oh,
But,
man.
welcome, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. Thanks for having me.
Of course. I don't know if you noticed, you're on the wall over there.
Did I make it?
You made
Oh,
it.
hell yeah, I made it.
You remember Dave?
I love how everybody's wearing black, and then you got like Fedo wearing the like bright green striped tank top.
My wife
usual.
always comments on that. She's like, that guy looks like he's not part of the band.
No, I just walked in.
Yeah.
Just, hey guys.
This is some guy we met in the crowd.
Yeah.
This is creepy kid number 2.
Oh man.
But
Dude, that's a great picture.
that's a classic, man.
And that was our final show.
That was the last show. You remember Dave, the guy that used to take all the pictures, the photographer?
Yes.
He came by and he gave me a bunch of pictures. Like, it's just like saying,
That's
hey, man, I
awesome.
like the show. I want to do something nice for
awesome.
the studio.
Yeah, dude. We had some good times in that band. You know.
It was my first band.
Yeah. We played with Census Fail. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
we did.
Yeah.
Shout out
and
to
then me and
Census
you
Fail.
stood in the corner next to Census Fail's signing booth or whatever, and we just stood there, just like, all right, we're gonna have people sign our stuff, or we're gonna sign people's stuff. They'll come by us first, and then...
And all that happened is some fucking drunk guy spilled a beer on me.
Yep. We felt like rock stars, and then guess what we did the next night? We were back at Fridays.
Yeah.
Just getting beers.
I was back at work with my foreman telling me, yo, my brother, your music is just a fantasy. That's what Charlie used to say to me all the time. Your music is bullshit, man. It's just a fantasy. So, obviously, in case you guys haven't picked up, me and Mike were in Arms Like These together, my first band.
Yes.
So, we did an episode where it was just all like band stories and shit.
Yeah.
But one of the things I wanted to have you here for is because now I don't know how comfortable you are with this image being put out there, but you were more the ladies' man of my friends. Like
Always, man.
You just had a way about you.
Yeah.
Just kind of, some guys have that natural comfort around women.
No, for sure. Like girls aren't just like, okay, I want to, like, when I see girls, like, they can't be my friend, like, I live with 2 girls right now that are amazing. They're like my little sisters, like, I just like,
All right,
I
Jack
don't think
Tripper.
I don't think there's anything wrong with like having girlfriends. Like a lot of people are like, oh, you can't be friends with girls. You just, you want to like
You wanna fuck everybody,
hook up with
yeah.
them or
Yeah.
some shit like that. Yeah.
By the
but,
way, you can curse on here.
oh, I'm gonna say fuck all the time, bro.
Yeah. Yo, I fucking did this, bro.
No, everybody wants to like, oh, why do you hang out with? They're cool, bro. Like, come on, like, yeah. So it's like a lot of girls, but that gets me in trouble sometimes.
Yeah,
Because when you
rub.
start dating a girl, you have to be like, hey, I got a lot of girlfriends, by the way. Make sure I throw that out there so that they're not like, oh, you just want to fuck all these girls?
Yeah.
No.
Well, also, I think
wanna
it takes a special
be
kind of
friends
girl to be comfortable with that too.
Of course, yes.
Because I mean, I think that's not really the norm. When
No,
people have a
I
lot of
mean,
friends of the opposite sex.
yeah.
Because usually there's like a stigma attached to it. Like you see a girl, it's like, oh, I have a lot of guy friends. It's like, yeah, all right, how many of them did you fuck?
Sure,
You know what I
sure
mean?
you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I mean,
Basically, you
there
have a
are
lot
people-
of you have a lot of dicks available to you. Is that what you're saying?
a lot of dicks, a lot of vagina.
And boobs, dicks. And...
Nah, I'm just I like people.
I got
Put
you.
it that way. I don't see guy, girl, whatever. Like, it's all, if you're cool, I like you.
Yeah. How would you like describe yourself though in that sense? Because like I said, I saw you one way, like we were friends and all, but what's the kind of vibe that you would want to put out there? If
A vibe that I want to put out there about myself.
yeah, about you. Like, how do you see yourself?
I see myself as just fun. Like
Fun guy.
I'm a big bag of fun, big potato sack of fun.
Not that big a bag.
Yeah, like I've been 130 pounds since I was 12. So literally 130 pounds since I was 12.
Champagne problems, huh?
Dude, You know, like I thought this would maybe like give me a beer gut at some point, but nope, it's just going the opposite way.
And I've been trying, you know.
Yeah, no, dude, I've been working all weekend for this, but nope. And then what happens? You poop it all out.
I always got on Drew about that. Like he's a guy he could just eat fucking bags of M&Ms and whatever the hell he wants, and
Dude,
just it
I don't know what
stays
it is.
thin. And like me, I have like the Big Daddy thing, where I eat one jelly donut, my ass jiggles for a week.
Yep.
The only problem is that week just goes on. It's not just a week.
No, it just stays.
Yeah, I
stays.
mean, see this body. I mean, you don't understand. Like this
That's-
took years. This took work, like real neglect and abuse.
I'm jealous of it, to be honest. At least I got the hairline though. I got the hairline.
Oh, well, I didn't have a chance.
You missed
I didn't
out.
have a
You
choice.
missed out. You missed out on that.
I didn't miss out. That was very cruelly robbed from me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
By the cruel hands of fate.
Nah, man. Like, yeah, I go to the doctors like once a year or twice a year, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be the year. And they're like, you're perfect. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, you gotta get out of here.
I'm always like waiting for like a bomb to drop when I go to
Right.
the doctor, and they're like,
I mean, dude, how old are you now, Steve?
35.
35? All right, yeah, I'm 37. So, you know,
Again,
and still out there, just like. Not the same old stuff we used to do, where it's like every night, like I said before, we go to Fridays. Like when were we not at Fridays?
well, that was a thing because like in our kind of area, there wasn't really. Like most places have like their like now we have more like independent bars and stuff
Right,
like
right,
with
yeah.
Somerville. You know, we go to Tapestry or Verve,
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
those joints.
yeah.
But back in the day, it was Fridays was just the spot. That was the bar.
That
So
was the spot every night. It was crazy, and we were smoking cigs in the bar. Like, how gross is that to be like nowadays? Like,
Is it though? Because I miss it. And
I mean, I miss it too. I got the Jewel. I'm smoking the Jewel
yeah.
now. Let me break that out, by the way.
Go ahead, help yourself.
But
I struggle with it, dude. I struggle big time because I really. Am
you
not-
quit, right? You quit,
I mean, for all intents and purposes, but you know,
here and there.
yeah, I still, there's a lot of people that smoke at my job, so it's really hard to stay consistent when
Yeah.
you could always just bum one off someone.
True.
So
No, I do. I break a couple times, you know.
Yeah, well,
But
I got
for
the
the most
hookah
part.
in here, and then
Hookah?
yeah, I got the
Nice.
shisha and everything.
I never
and-
got into that. I don't, like they have hookah bars now or
yeah,
whatever. I
yeah.
never.
It's a lot. It's a little bit of work, but it's fucking nice. It's smooth, tastes good.
This is pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does it do the trick? Does it really take the edge off?
It does. It
Yeah.
does. To be honest.
Does it
yes.
does that one have nicotine?
Yeah, I pretty sure. Yeah, it's got nicotine, but it's like no tobacco, obviously, and no. I mean, you hear about like people like having problems with it, but I feel like it's always like this 13-year-old kid that's
Yeah.
just like chain smoking. His body's not even developed, and his like going hammer on a jewel, and it's like, yeah, you're gonna die, bro.
Yeah, you
Stop.
You're just like puffing away on these vapes.
Yeah.
And you get like the juice from some guy you met under a train trestle or something.
Literally.
It's like, oh, really? It had negative effects.
Oh,
Interesting.
legit. Sounds legit.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
So, one of the things with girls and dating, we were talking about a moment ago, is having a lot of friends of the opposite sex,
Right.
and then getting into a relationship, and then figuring out, either is this person cool with me having all these friends, or do I have
Exactly.
to adjust?
Yeah.
Because for me, that was always an issue. I really didn't keep a lot of close like friends that are girls,
Right.
because I knew that as soon as I have a girlfriend, then it's going to become an issue. So
Yeah. No, I mean and you put with social media too. You put stuff on social media and people think certain things.
yeah,
Like
sure.
I was hanging out with a girl the other day and she's like, "Oh, I thought you and this girl were like talking for a while." I'm like, "No, we were just friends, like going out. Like I enjoyed her company. Like, you
Yeah.
know, like it was never anything sexual or anything like that. It was just, like, but people you got to watch. I mean, not you got to watch. I'm going to put out what I want to put out, but
you should
yes,
be aware at least how it could be perceived.
of course. And
Yeah.
it's tough, but I'm not going to change who I am just because, people think that I'm like talking to all these girls and like I'm like having sex with them or something like that. I'm not. They're my friends, you know. But yeah, no. When you start dating a girl, you have to like I let it be known. That's like one of the first things you have to like after you get past that whole like you're vibing with somebody and then like say stuff goes to a next level. For me personally, I have to like tell them like, hey, listen, by the way,
Yeah, you should be aware of this, so it
yeah,
doesn't surprise you.
And I don't
later.
know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, hey, I'm 37 and single. I don't know if that has affected it or not, but like, maybe it has. But
Well, there's something to be said for that because
Yeah.
there's a lot of women that they look at you like, oh, once you pass like a certain age and you've never been married or whatever, even if
You look at it in both point of views,
Yeah.
male and female. It's like, but I try so hard to not think about that.
Mhm.
It's hard to, but you try. And, I haven't, you want to have that connection, and it's tough to find. Like, it's so crazy these days. Like, and not to get off topic right there, but it really is like,
there is no off topic.
yeah, social media.
We've been talking about fucking Jewel.
So social media has like distorted so much stuff. I love it. I love social media, but it has like just changed the way people look at somebody without even knowing them.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like the conversation in the entire world at the moment. It's
Yeah.
just how social media has basically fucked us up, and we're all playing catch up right now.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
Well, think about this. Like, think about the days like when we were in the band. Like, I
Yeah.
was, 21, 22. So you were, what,
I was 25.
25?
Yeah, the old chap in the band.
Yeah, but think about that. Like, think of how much it's changed just since then.
Dude, so much.
I mean,
Like-
we only had MySpace.
We had
back then.
MySpace.
And even that was a game changer.
Yeah. Well, like, so we're in a band,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we have MySpace. Like, people just took you being in a band those days as like you were like a big shot of
Yeah.
some sort. Even if your band was terrible. A lot of people probably thought our band was terrible, whatever. But like we were in a band and we played shows, and like,
As long as you have photo evidence that those shows were real.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
as long as I have a picture of me jumping 7 feet in the air with my guitar that says Hollywood on it. Like that's
Star power.
yeah, it's like a couple extra scene points, a couple extra scene tokens for Fedo. But like, being in the we had MySpace, and that was like, it was like, oh sweet, she's pretty, and she has like my favorite band's song on her MySpace
Oh my
page.
god.
We're destined to be.
She gets me, bro.
She
You gotta listen to the words, bro.
She's depressed like me. Yes.
I think of who have I talked about?
Ohio is for lovers.
But think about this though. Think of the guys that get into like that whole scene, like with metal and emo and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like guys do it. A lot of them are musicians. They like the music.
Mhm.
But do you notice when girls get into it, they either never really dip both. They never really jump in with both feet. Oh shit, Gorkies. Or they like fully get immersed in it, and usually they're like the sad girls, the emo girls. You know what I mean? Like there was never like, I feel like with guys could still be the same more or less. Like
Say that again, because I'm.
all right, I know I'm doing a shit job of explaining.
No,
this.
no, you're doing a great job, Steve.
I feel like the guys that got into that scene usually got
Right.
into it because they like the music or
Right,
the
right,
dress or whatever.
Girls did it as like a faking it.
No,
almost?
no, I'm saying the opposite. Girls did it. It was more of like a lifestyle for girls.
Yes.
Like the girls that were really in it,
Yeah.
as opposed to the guys that were really in it. Like usually, like they were the sad girls. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
And
there
we were
was
just
you did-
acting sad boy, like
yeah, we were just playing sad boys
yeah,
because
yeah,
we wanted to get
yeah. We literally had a song, Steve, called "Sing Girls Don't Cry." I think, right?
yeah.
"Sing
was
Girls Don't Cry" was a name of our song.
That was
Good
a
Lord.
that was a play off of what's the fucking
Real
Robert-
quick story about that song. We were playing the main stage at in North Jersey,
Pop the
and
Lids.
I don't think that was on our set list. That song.
Yes.
And half our band started playing one song, half the band started playing another, and we were just looking at you like, I'm just gonna scream in the microphone. Like, Tony, just start screaming, bro.
But no, Darren, I guess got messed up or something, and he
Yeah,
started playing that song, even
Mm-hmm.
though that wasn't part of our set.
And we're like, shit, we haven't practiced this song in a hot minute.
Yeah.
So
and then
let's
Drew
just see
started playing. He's like, I wasn't ready for this.
I'm sitting there probably just doing guitar flips. I'm gonna keep doing guitar flips, guys.
I could have just not played, and no one would have.
Just-
No one would have noticed.
Oh my
Being
god.
a bass player in a metal band is not the most rewarding.
Dude, I guessed I guess like Brent's band.
Mhm.
He's been on the show, right?
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, so Brent's band, I remember I filled in because I didn't have a bassist at the time, and went out with one of the guys that was in the band, and he was supposed to teach me the songs. The show was the next day. I had to learn like 7 songs within, I don't know, 17 hours. But this dude in the band's like, you know what? You want to go to the city? I was like, okay. So I was like, I thought I had to learn songs. No, let's go to the city. Teach you tomorrow.
Oh God.
All right. Literally, we played the show, and like literally they had my bass turned down to like a one notch. Like I didn't even know what I was doing. It was so ridiculous. They're like, thanks. Everybody clap for Fedo for filling in for bass. I'm like, really didn't do anything, bro. Like I literally just slapped a bunch of strings that were muted. But yes.
That's right. I've practiced, for hours and hours and hours and still forgotten the entire part.
Well, it's one of those things when you play shows, I just got like stage fright type thing. There's a point where I thought I lost, like I wasn't breathing anymore. Like I was like, oh, I'm still here.
Was it a big show?
It was, which one? The one, I'm talking about the one that we played. It was a main
Oh, the one
stage.
that we played?
Yeah, it was.
That was a big one for us.
Yeah, we had a lot of people out for
There's
that.
a few hundred people there.
Yeah, good fucking times, dude.
But all right, so
let's get back to some chicks.
Back to back to the ladies.
Yeah, no.
But think of how
social media that we're saying.
Yeah,
MySpace.
think of how different it is now because we only had the MySpace. We didn't even have smartphones in the form that they are now.
We started with AIM.
Yeah.
Right. It was like you had that sweet away message, like
I remember looking for hours to try to find the away image.
That was college for me, and I guess college for all of us, pretty much.
That was a little earlier.
Yeah, so that was like a great platform, AIM, on the campus because you could like connect with people that were like, you couldn't connect with people. You had your hometown friends, and then you had your college friends at that point. And that's when like cell phones were getting like sort of popular, like because I think it was my freshman year. Oh my god, my phone was the biggest phone I've ever seen in my life. Like the antenna just was like 7 feet long. Like I forget.
Did you have like the Nokia one? Like
no, the first one I had was a shit. I'm gonna try to remember the name of it. I'm not gonna remember the name.
Wasn't it Ericsson? Was one of the
Ericsson? No, that's what it was.
Was it the one with the blue backlight?
I think it was.
So,
yeah.
Oh, I got this was a blue backlight.
The Ericsson, yeah.
And it's got Snake on here.
Then it was a Nokia after that. Orange case with the light up
buttons.
Light up buttons. By the way, favorite one of a great line from a comedian. He's like, if you have like, oh no, I probably never mind. I'm not gonna talk about that comedian. He's terrible. He did some bad things. So
listen,
it was funny. It was funny at the time.
Yeah, you could say it. It's not like
it was Chris D'Elia.
Okay, you could say he had a funny.
He's
line.
like, hey, if you have that like light up shit when your shit goes off, he's like, kill yourself. But yes, all right.
Yeah.
So
also, if you're sexting underage girls,
you should probably stop.
Yeah. So we're drawing a line there. You can say a line is funny, but
I was like, the line was funny, but then I was like, oh wait, he is a terrible person.
Hey, listen,
or not terrible person. What I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
You could go back and watch Bill Cosby right now. Like
right.
The stand up is still funny.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're okay with like drugging women. So
definitely not.
Yeah, we can separate the art from the artist.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so AIM was baller back in the day. Then you got MySpace, right?
Mm-hmm. Now it's different because now you have
MySpace,
pictures.
You can connect with like just random people.
Yeah. I remember when it first came out, we would make fun of people like, "Ooh, you're trying to talk to scene girls on MySpace?"
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
100%.
Exactly 1 year later,
and I'm gonna use my band to get me chicks because MySpace.
Like, why not? I'm using the tools that I was given.
Yeah, yeah.
But then, let me think about this. Like then, the iPhone comes out in what 2000.
5, 6,
yeah.
Maybe. I guess we're on what iPhone 11 now. So you go back 11 years, maybe a couple before that.
Yeah, but that was the first one, and then you have apps. You have Tinder. Tinder. How much do you think Tinder changed the game?
Dude, Tinder did change the game. All I got were au pairs. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like nannies?
Like nannies, au pairs. They hardly spoke English. They were great people. But for some reason, I don't know if it was me. I don't know. Do I look like a person that like dates au pairs?
I don't know. I mean, the beard wasn't as thick back then.
Fedo pair? I don't know. But yeah, no, the beard. It didn't have a beard.
Yeah.
That's newly from the past 5, 6 years. Now it's massive. But yeah, no. Tinder, Bumble, Hinge. But you know what? To be honest, I would rather meet people in person. I'm more of like a people person. I have the apps and I'll use them when I get like scene boy sad. Like during the Rona, bro, I was on Hinge every day, just bing, bing, bing. But yeah, no, I hated that lockdown and everything because like that's all you that you had to go that. I felt like I had to go that way.
Yeah,
because it's
you
like,
really don't have a choice.
Yeah, but so it's nice to have. It's great to have. I think it's like a good thing. I know some people that have like met people and they're together.
Yeah, so people get
they got
married off those.
Yeah. Me? Nah. But yeah, I mean, look. I like the way you are, Steve. You're gonna die. Okay,
I'm good.
there. But
I was hanging out with Trump the other day, so
you had you got that Roan?
yeah,
That
yeah.
Roan?
Nah, I mean it's not that bad. It's just we call it the China virus. No,
You
I'm kidding. I was not hanging
You got
out
a
with
mild
Trump.
case of the Roan.
Yeah,
It's
no,
okay.
I just I have a mild case of the Miller Lite.
Let me get this mask on real quick.
Um,
Yes. So, like for you, like the way you met your wife, Steve.
well, that was in person.
It was in person. It was the most random shit ever.
The
right?
most random thing.
Right. You're literally on a bachelor party.
Said she was at a bachelorette party.
Yeah.
And both of us out of town from where we live.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. But like that's the way. Like so, I'm not gonna like bring up names, but like cruises. I met
Yeah.
people like I talked to a girl for almost 2 years that I met on a cruise. Didn't work out, but like we still stay in touch. We're still friends, and like I have other people that I met. Like I just love like going places, meeting people, and I just think like on Hinge and stuff, you see like I could say like I'm funny, like I like to have fun and I like to do this and that, but like
If you feel the need to tell people that you like to have fun,
yeah,
there might be something wrong there.
Yeah.
That's a red flag.
can you
in my
imagine that
eyes.
on Hinge? Just like I hate shit, fuck life. Like, oh, he sounds amazing. I'm gonna marry that dude.
Everything is the worst.
Yeah, so it's like you really don't get like a
Now-
real
I never used Hinge. I think I was out of the game before Hinge.
Hinge is a little
got big.
more like because it's like you put up you get like 4 or 5 pictures, but then like it's questions that you have to answer about yourself.
Okay.
And it could be like they give you a whole list of questions. Can I pull up mine?
Yeah.
I'll pull up my Hinge right
Let's
now.
pull it up.
I haven't used it in a while.
Hey, let me know by the way when you're ready.
Oh, I
for
did get a
another-
match though. Let's see.
Look at that.
Let's see
This is
here.
a Pod Amongst Men exclusive. Let me know when you're ready for another
We got
beer,
Megan.
by the way.
Megan, a random fact I love is. So then she puts what she put. A heart as a mini brain of its own that is swarming with powerful neurons that can sense, feel, learn, and remember.
She wrote that?
She wrote that. That's
Oh,
great. Thanks, Megan.
Okay.
Megan's cute. I think you heard it here first. Fedo's dating now. He's not single anymore. She's cute. You know what? That's a like. Boom. All right.
All right, we're going to have to
I don't
track-
even know how I like on this stuff. Oh, she plays guitar as well.
Ah, nice.
How do I like a picture on this? I'm just gonna message her.
See, when I was
Hey.
still single.
Hold on, Steve. I'm trying to message this girl.
Oh shit. Okay.
Hey. Oh, she liked the photo of me and my niece. By the way, niece changed my life. I love her.
How old is she now?
Niece is 3.5. You know, it's but it's tough times because my dad has had quadruple bypass surgery
Holy shit.
in the past 3 years, and then had a blood clot that like caused like a heart situation right before the Rona.
Oh boy.
And so my sister and my brother-in-law have my niece, obviously, and my parents watch her a lot, and they don't really go to work. Like they're very conservative, like being very safe.
Yeah,
you
taking
know?
all the precautions.
And obviously my parents are because my dad. So it's like, it's tough for me because I can't see my niece really.
Yeah.
In the summer I'm able to go over to the pool and like hang out with them, but I have my own little table. It's like Fedo's little table. Like literally it's all sanitized and everything. I go there, but it's like it kind of sucks, you know.
Nothing kind of sucks.
Like I haven't hugged my niece. I haven't hugged my mom. I haven't hugged my dad since literally my birthday in March. That's the last time I hugged my parents. And it's like the only way I see, like, by the way, I'm 37 and I do my own laundry, but this is like my parents come to my place to pick up my laundry. My mom will come pick up my laundry on like Thursdays.
Seriously.
Because we used to do like pizza Fridays. Like that was our like family thing, like pizza Fridays. Now it's Thursday laundry.
Oh my god.
So my mom comes in the afternoon, picks up my laundry, and then comes back with my dad, and I sit on the sidewalk, and I talk to them through the car. Like, I talk to them in their car. And that's pretty much, like, my relationship with my parents right now. Like, it's very close.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong. I'm very close with my parents, but, like, it sucks that, like, that's how it has to be now. And you know, you have to respect people for what they believe in and the way they feel about everything going on, especially these days, you know. So
well, it's tough because you know there's a lot of people trying to do the right thing, trying to take all the precautions like
yeah,
your parents.
no,
And there's a lot of people who just don't give a shit and they're just like, yeah, fuck this. I don't feel like wearing a mask.
listen, I feel the way of what I can do, I'll do, but I want to be safe, you know. So it's like I just took a trip last month. I went across the country. I went to Nashville, visit my buddy Kyle, and I went to Arizona to visit my friend Liz. And I knew other people in those towns, but it's just like, it was I paid $300 for the round trip.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to LA next Friday.
Bro, you can
Literally this Friday, I'm going to LA.
You can buy tickets
for $130.
You can buy tickets to Orlando right now, one way, $32. $32. It's cheaper. It was $28 to go to Fort Lauderdale.
No, fuck that, dude. I go to Fort Lauderdale, save the $5 or $4. That was shitty math. Wow.
I don't know. I didn't even stop to correct you. So
You're like, I guess.
Yeah. What does that say about me? He sounds right. He said it very confidently.
By the way, what is this, mule sauce?
Oh, that was the company that made the stickers for the podcast.
It's just a dude getting fucking rocked in the asshole
Oh yeah.
by
I
a
didn't
horse.
notice that.
It's
No.
literally a dude getting rocked.
Those are just two Greek boys playing leapfrog.
God. Speaking of Greek boys, how's George?
He's good, I guess. I mean, I don't talk to anybody, bro. I really
You
don't
just
talk.
sit in this man cave of yours?
Well, see, that's the thing. I say I don't talk to anybody, and literally, you know, for 85 episodes, I've been talking to all
You're
these
just talking
random
to people. Fake news. Yeah, Steve, I don't believe anything you say anymore, man.
Fake news. Man. What the fuck? I fucked up.
No. But anyways, yeah. Got off topic, but over that hinge.
Here's something I want to
over
ask
that
you.
hinge leg. Yeah, go for
So
it.
say we're dealing with one of the apps, okay, whether Bumble, Tinder, or Hinge. What's your move? Like, what's your go-to? Do you set up a date where you go to have dinner and you know then drinks afterwards, or do you meet at a bar? You meet at a coffee shop? Like, what's your protocol?
So I don't drink coffee, and I know that's like a very popular thing to do.
Yeah, it's an easy,
like,
cheap one.
Mine's usually grab a drink.
Okay.
Mine's usually grab a drink first. You know, I feel like it just like loosens people up. Not to like, you know, not trying to get people hammered
Yeah.
or anything.
Okay,
Like,
Cosby.
fuck you.
Yeah, sure. Loosen them up.
All right, great.
Just kidding. Just kidding. It was a joke, guys. It's a joke.
Just a joke. Yeah. No, like getting a drink is like I think a very like common thing, and I feel it's very safe. It's very just like normal to do. And then it goes to dinner. I think.
Okay.
Then you do dinner. It's great living where we live because like I live on Main Street in Somerville, so it's like you could walk anywhere. It's like you have a lot of things right in front of you that you can go to. You know,
a lot of good, easy options.
And I'm so not to get off topic again, but like it's like I'm selfish, and I'm selfish at this point. Like I don't want to drive anywhere. Like I could walk to ShopRite, I could walk to the bar, I could walk to get food, I could walk to the restaurants, I could do anything. Like if I had to drive somewhere to do that, I'm like, damn, this sucks. Like gotta drive somewhere. Booty.
Bro, I've literally. This is how
You're not that far from Main Street. You're pretty
no,
close.
I could bike there. I mean, a little too far.
What I
to
did
walk.
today, I literally was riding over here so hungover, Steve. Like I was like lightheaded riding, like the wind blowing through my beard. Just,
I've had dates where like I've driven from. This is when I lived in
back in the day, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, back in the day. Obviously,
Steve's like last week.
Yeah,
All right, Steve.
don't
We
even
have,
listen,
we have a
don't-
lot more to talk about. I think I should be interviewing you right now, bro.
Don't even joke like that because you're gonna get me in trouble.
I'm fucking with you, Steve.
Yeah.
You're
So-
a great husband
Thank you,
and great father.
thank you. When I had my first apartment, this is after the band. I lived in Bridgeland, like Bradley Gardens.
Yeah.
I've driven to Clinton, which is like an easy half
Nope.
hour.
Nope.
Picked up the girl, driven back to
Nope.
Somerville,
You're,
and then dropped her off and came home.
you're a better man than me.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it didn't go anywhere, so am I?
It worked. It worked out for you.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, listen, like we think about, like we said, like meeting people, like when we were younger, MySpace, whatever. It's like, yeah, we traveled around, like we did that. Now now you travel, but it's like I feel like we're more like Like we would do whatever back in the day.
Oh yeah, it's
Like
just,
it's 9 o'clock at night, and some girls like come to my place in, I don't know, let's Mawa.
oh my god.
Like and snap of the fingers, we're out the door.
You are.
We're on our way there.
Hear me out now.
Okay.
Do
I'm
you
hearing.
think that that's like when we were younger? You know, we were younger, we would do a lot more.
Maybe it's I'm lazy. maybe I'm just lazy.
But I mean, like,
Yeah,
you know,
go.
forgive me for being so crass here, but when you're young, you'll do almost anything for pussy. That's what I think it is. That's me personally. And I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sure there's a lot of guys like
I
that.
mean-
Not everybody, but
I mean, yeah, to put it in that way. Then
listen, I'm just saying it. Sorry, I know it's a little.
Yeah. No. To go hang out with a chick, you did whatever
Yeah,
you could. You did whatever.
it didn't matter. Now we're older. We're kind of a little more comfortable. It's like, yeah, you know what? I'm not willing to put in the 2 hours.
I'm just gonna watch another episode of The Office that I've seen 7 billion times and laugh my ass off and be completely happy.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, you did that stuff back then. You were
Yeah.
and we were young. We were more what's
More
the
lively.
word?
I don't know.
Lively.
We
Yeah,
had a little more
exactly.
spirit in us.
A little spunk.
We're a little burned out now. You
Little
know?
spunk.
No
But yeah,
pun, no pun intended.
Oh God, yes, the whole spunk.
Oy. Do you have any like horror stories?
Horror stories.
Because I have a couple.
Dating. I have one, Steve, and you told me to. I know you do it at the end of your show, but I got a great story for you.
All right, fuck it. Hit me up.
All right.
We'll do humble pie right now.
middle of the road humble pie. All right, so I guess it was like 2.5, 3 years ago. I tell the story to everybody. It's a great story, I think. So I started dating this girl, and we were like only a weekend. So you know, we did whatever. But I woke up one morning, I had to pee so bad, so I peed. Steve is just ready for this. He's so ready. So then it was my roommate's birthday.
Wait, you said I peed. You didn't mention I got up and went to the bathroom and peed.
Oh no, I did.
Okay,
I did.
okay. Just
Into a toilet, flushed it.
okay, good.
It's my roommate's birthday. We're having a little Sunday fun day. I gotta pee again like 5 minutes later. But it's hard to pee, Steve. I don't know why. And now it's burning. Now we got a
Oh,
situation.
boy.
So this is me being me. What do you think I did? I was in the bathroom. No, I was in the bathroom just like taking showers and then just having people hand me mimosas. People are like, "What's going on in there?" I'm like, I don't know. Just leave me alone. Just keep feeding me drinks." So I just got really fucked up all day, and the sensation went away eventually, right? Okay. So I go to bed that night. I wake up in the middle of the night. I go to pee. I pee. Blood.
Oh boy.
I'm like, oh my God. Now I'm thinking like STD. You know, I don't
That's
know.
kind of where my mind's
And then like
going.
I'm one of those people that like I hate going on like WebMD and looking up shit because it's like I did it and it's like cancer. This. I'm like, fuck.
Start calling people. Well, you know, it was nice knowing you. You know?
Just saying my goodbyes. So like the next day I finally get to sleep. I'm like, trust me, it was so hard to go to sleep that night because I'm like, I just peed blood. Like, I'm dying. I might not wake up when I go to sleep. Like, so I wake up the next morning. I call my doctor. I'm like, hey, but you don't talk to the doctor. You talk to the receptionist
yeah.
or whatever. She's like, yeah, she could fit you in on. By the way, it's January 3rd. She could fit you in February 13th. I'm like, yo, I'm pissing blood, bro. Like, I need to see a doctor ASAP. So she's like, I'm like, let me talk to my doctor. So she puts her on, and I'm like, listen, this is the problem. She goes, sounds like you have a UTI. I'm like, a UTI? Like, usually you don't. I look online, it's like 5% of guys it happens to. 5%.
That's it.
That's it.
I feel
Like, you
it'd
can
be
look it
higher.
up. Look it up right now, bro. 5%. I'm like, and like she's telling me the symptoms I'm going to have. She's like, I'll see you Thursday. Mike, you okay? You're okay. You have a UTI. I'm like, how the fuck do I have a UTI? Like, what? She's like, have you been having some butt sex? I'm like, no, I haven't. Right? So I go to the doctors. You take a pee test, and she's like, yeah, there was like some sort of like what do you call it? Like something was
Like-
fucked up in your pee.
Okay.
Whatever. So she's like, yeah, it's a UTI. Yeah. sweet. I was like, okay. She's like, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna have lower back pain on Tuesday, and you're gonna have this, whatever. This is before I saw her. This is when I'm just talking to her on the phone. And I'm like, okay. All that happened. I went in there, got checked out. Like I said, I took the P test, and then she's like, we're gonna give you this pill. So I go to like Walgreens, get the pill. Steve, in 15 minutes, I'm back to normal. Back to normal. They call me the next week. The receptionist, she's like, hey, Mike, how you feeling? I'm like, great. She's like, you got E. coli.
E. coli?
E. coli.
Oh, shit.
I don't know much about E. coli. I don't know like how this works or anything. So I'm like, she just says, you have E. coli. I go, cool.
Yeah.
Am I dying? What's up? She's like, no, you feel good? I was like, yeah, I feel great. She's like, all right, you're all set. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what was this whole like, so basically the E. coli got disrupted and caused a UTI.
Oh, that's weird.
From
That's a
like,
new
I
one.
guess eating something. I don't know. But it was like literally the scariest shit. Mind you, I have the new girlfriend at the time, and I'm like, yo, you all set? You good? Like, like making sure she doesn't have anything, because I'm like thinking like I have like the worst disease in the world. No, I got E. coli, and beat it. Survivor.
E. coli survivor.
E. coli survivor.
Put that
man.
right in your Instagram profile.
Corona, come at me, bro. I already beat E. coli.
I-
But yeah, that's a little story that I like to tell.
Well, the reason that I asked in the beginning is like, well, you didn't mention you got up and went to the bathroom and peed, is because I had a situation like that happen to me. When I lived in Raritan, my apartment was real old, had baseboard heat. So one of the heaters is right behind the bed, and I always sleep with one arm under my head, so my hand always hangs off the edge.
Is
So
that your move?
That's just how I sleep.
Yeah,
man.
that's what I'm saying. That's
yeah,
your
it's
comfortable
just, I
position.
don't know. That's how I came up, bro.
All right.
But
So I was brought up. Your
Yeah.
dad taught me
that's
what.
what it's like where I'm from, bro.
We sleep with the hand off.
I'm ready to go. So I never realized, but my hand was basically hanging off the bed on top of where the heater is. So it's kind of like that trick where you put somebody's fingers in hot water, like when they're
Yeah.
sleeping.
Oh God.
And there you go. You know, I was sleeping next to a girl.
Steve's humble pie.
Steve's humble pie. Pissed
Peed
the
the
bed.
bed. I mean, I've done it before. Everybody has.
Yeah,
You're a
it is-
liar.
It is what it is.
You're a liar if you say you've never peed the bed once.
It is what it is.
But
You ready
yeah.
for another one?
Another beer?
Yeah,
I'm ready for like 4 more.
I got more, bro.
I'll do another one.
All right. Pod Amongst Men is brought to you by Bud Light. No, I'm kidding.
Dude, I think Bud Light's part of my bloodstream now. I'm pretty sure. I went on that Bud Light cruise like
Yeah.
7 years ago, and ever since then, it's just Bud Lights since then. Literally a Bud Light cruise. Everything was free. All the Bud Light was free.
It's pretty badass.
Me and the guy I went with, we literally like, we won it at a,
I remember you told me about this.
yeah, we were at a bar, and like, we're at this bar, and we're like, oh, the Bud Light girls are here. Sweet, dude. They're so pretty. So then they did a raffle, and there wasn't a lot of people at the bar. So we're like, yo, there's a good chance we might win this. We're like, all right, if any of our names get picked, this is when we smoke cigs. If any of our names get picked, we're just going to act super cool. And then we're going to say we need to smoke a cigarette and go out to the car and just start wiling out. They're like, Mike Fedor. I'm like, what? I'm like, all right, Tyler.
Yes, me.
Let's go out and smoke this cig. Dude, we went a trip on a Bud Light cruise, dude. It was insane. It was just 72 hours of straight raging. Met some awesome people that I'm still friends with today. Arizona, when I went to Arizona.
Okay. Somebody you met on that cruise?
She's a good friend of mine, and she lived in California, but she moved to Arizona, and she had just moved to Arizona when the Rona hit, and didn't really know anybody here. And like, I'm like, dude, because I booked the trip to Nashville to visit my buddy Kyle, and it was like you said, it was like $25. I'm like, where else can I go?
Yeah, for those prices? See the
I'm like,
see the
for another-
country.
So like I went there and back, and it was $300 for the whole thing.
That's pretty good.
So I'm stupid and told work that I went, so they made me quarantine for 2 weeks. Lost 2 weeks of pay.
That
Oh, well.
sucks. So let me ask you this. So we were talking about like horror stories and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you ever have an actual date go bad?
You know what? I can't say that I really have,
Yeah.
because like I just like, for some reason, I'm just very like outgoing, and I just like no matter what the situation is, I always make like the best of it. But I could tell the one. So
I've got a couple myself. So.
Tinder au pair, and what?
Okay.
Right on subject.
She showed up with the kid.
Yeah, like, can you watch him for a half hour? Now, on the subject of pretty much tying everything together, peeing the bed. Yeah. So she slept over and woke up, and it was just I was sleeping in pee, and I was like, "Did I pee?" I was like, "Did I pee?"
You just wake up, you look over. What did you do?
I turned around, and she was almost crying. She's like, "I'm so sorry. I'll go wash these." I was like, "I got it. Don't worry. Like, it's okay." But that was like, oh, dude, Steve, I'm trying to think of like.
You know what's funny? Like, I feel like girls are so much more embarrassed by that, like pee and poop and that and farts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if a girl farts around me, I think it's awesome. Like,
I live with 2 girls, and literally, like our first day, it was like, okay, so I poop in the morning, guys. Like, get ready for that. But like, yeah, no, we're so comfortable together. Like, I'm comfortable with everybody. I really don't get like doing this podcast is probably the most anxiety I've had in a month.
Really? You're doing great.
No, I know.
Yeah. No, I know. Thank you. But I know. I've been on a date one time, and me and this girl went out to, I don't know where the hell we went, but we went out to dinner.
Fridays.
Yeah.
You went to Fridays.
We went to
Steve,
Fridays
stop lying. You went to Fridays.
We went to Fridays in East Brunswick. Okay, so not
shit,
the same one.
Dude.
It might have been a Fridays. It very easily could have been.
Or maybe a Ruby Tuesday.
Could have been a Chili's. Who knows? But then, like, first off, the date's going well, and then she's like, "All right, if you want, we can go back to my place, watch a movie." I think we were like 20, so we weren't able to she didn't have her own place.
Yeah, none of us did.
Yeah, so we went back to her house, and of course, her little sister's there, and next thing you know, they're getting to this giant argument, and I'm just kind of standing there like. Okay, so I'm gonna head out.
Head out.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, I got one for you, Steve.
Okay,
dude, I was dating this girl. I forget her name. It was so long ago. Oh, I don't want to say it, but okay.
You don't have to say the name.
Yeah, so I was dating this girl.
If you need to say the name, if it's somebody I know, I can beep it out. But
no, it's nobody that any of us know.
Okay,
so,
fuck, you don't need a name.
Yeah, so
give her a fake name. How about that? Call her Mulva.
Her name was so weird that it's gonna be. I'm just gonna call her Erin. Erin.
Her
Okay,
name
so
Bovary?
I was dating Erin, and Erin. She's a great girl. She's very nice, and she had me. So we went out in New Brunswick.
Okay.
And she lived near New Brunswick with her parents, like you said. So I went back and I slept at her place. I woke up the next morning, and I'm like. It was one of those nights where we went out, like back in the day, where like we don't remember anything, And I wake up and I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, all right, I gotta get back to New Brunswick to my car. Because she drove, and I'm walking downstairs. Okay, so her dad and mom are divorced. The mom somehow got the house, which was a dope house. The dad lived in the, what do you call like that, like the.
Guest house?
The guest house in the backyard. Like, that's where the dad lived because they wanted to, like, kind of, like, live together.
Still co-parent?
Yeah. So that was already awkward to me. The mom had the audacity to literally ask me for my social security to find shit. Like, I was like, all right, well, this relationship is 100% over. Like, dude, I'm, like, leaving. She's like, oh, by the way, Mike, what's your social security? Are you fucking kidding me? And that girl, like, is still wondering why I stopped talking to her. Like,
really? There's any mystery
your
there?
mom's a psychopath.
Oh my god,
that's crazy.
You ever been stood up before? I've been stood up.
Now, are we talking stood up or are we talking ghosted, Steve?
No, stood up. Like supposed
like
to
where
meet...
you went somewhere and they didn't show up.
I met some girl. It was on. Oof.
By the way, guys, I love hearing these fucking Steve stories because I feel like I haven't heard half these. This is great.
Yeah. They are what they are. So I met some chick. It was on one of the dating apps, and we were supposed to meet up for coffee. It was in Clinton, so they had like the little like a downtown type of section, little coffee shop. So I was all right. We're gonna meet there at like I don't know, like 6:30 or something, like in the early evening. So I get there. I got there a little early, trying to be punctual. So I'm waiting. nothing. I get a message from her. She's like, oh, I'm running a little behind. I'll be like 20 minutes late. I was like, all right, no big deal. Hanging out. 20 minutes goes by.
I don't
Still
like this
nothing.
girl, Steve, so far.
Yeah, well, it gets better. So 20 minutes goes by. Now it's a half an hour. Still nothing. 45 minutes.
Steve's drank 7 coffees. He's just fucking raging.
I haven't even gone in the place. I've been walking around up and down the street like a fucking creep just because I got tired of sitting in my car. So now it's like 45 minutes. She sends me another message. Like, I'm so sorry. I got pulled. I was rushing to
You
get
go
here.
home at that point, bro.
Listen, I was trying to get here and I got pulled over. Like, I'm on my way. I was like,
Understandable. Okay.
all right, happens to the best of us. I can deal with that.
And the worst.
So now it's an hour, and she's still not there. So now I send her a message. I'm like, yo, what's going on? I've been here an hour. Like, nobody gets pulled over for that long. Like, what's going on? No answer. So I was like, motherfuckers. Now I've been walking up and down the street. All these people are looking at me like, who is this guy?
Who's this new guy in town?
Yeah. And I was still kind of a scene kid at the time. So.
Yeah. You had on some skinnies and just escape the fate hoodie.
Oh, God. Had my best Atreyu hoodie on. So
you guys like screaming?
Yeah.
You guys like screaming music? Me too.
Yeah. You know anybody who knows how to scream, bro? Shout out to Tony and Drew.
Tony and Drew.
But yeah, so now it's over an hour, and now nothing. And I'm just like, this really fucking sucks. Because, I was at the point where I had been single for a long time.
Yeah.
You get lonely after a while. And I'm not the most outgoing guy. Like, I can talk to people, no problem. But when it comes to, like, talking to a girl...
You need to get comfortable with someone before you get the real Steve.
Yeah.
I feel like...
It takes me a little bit to warm up. A little bit. Like, I can...
No. You're a very outgoing person, I think. But, like, you're reserved in the way of, like, you don't want to, like, come off too strong. And, like,
absolutely.
Like, quickly.
So, yeah, so I got stood up. So then she sent me some John Deere letter afterwards. And no, but she oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just like, yo.
No, I'm all set.
Yeah, I'm good. Like, see you. Bye.
Yeah.
But that hurt, though. That hurt because she was cute,
dude.
At least from her pictures. And I'm like, maybe I was getting
from her
catfished.
MySpace pictures.
I think it was on like Plenty of Fish or something. One of those.
Is that still a thing?
I don't know. I mean, I've been
because I say Plenty of Fish, but
I've been with my wife for 5 years now.
I've only caught a couple Sunnies in the past.
Never...
And Sunnies the fish, not the sunglasses.
Not the sunglasses. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, I've been on a bunch of dates, but never really had much success with any of those.
Yeah, lonely shit. You know, I love having roommates. Some people like living alone. I love having my roommates. It was supposed to be just me and my friend Christina, but our other friend needed a place, so we had 3 bedrooms. So we're like, "Yo, come on in."
Yeah,
and
whatever.
we literally moved in right when everything went down. Like we only had like 12 days in the place, and they were like, "All right," but we made the best of it. Like we did like the girls always wanted to do like theme nights every weekend. So it's like then they wanted to do the Jersey Shore night. I was like, okay, fine.
It's hitting a little too close to home now, ladies.
Yeah, hybrid Fedo over here.
I've seen the old Fedo with the blowout haircut.
Dude, all I rocked was French Connection, Diesel, and like Ben Sherman, and it was a lot of Diesel. It was a lot of Diesel. For a small guy rocking a lot of Diesel. But yeah, no, it does get lonely, like personally, because I want to have a girlfriend. I want to like have like I want your life basically, Steve.
Wow.
Like I want that, but you just gotta like I don't want to like settle.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a lot of people these days, because it's so easy to meet people all the time. I feel like people just like settle, and I'm not that type of person. Like I want to be with someone that I actually like care for. I I want a best friend.
Yeah.
Basically. Like
That's hard. That's really hard.
It's hard to find a best friend. Like you found it,
Yeah, but keep in mind though, it's work.
No,
Even if you find the perfect person, it's still work. Like because you both have to actually give a shit. And
this is lessons from Steve, by the way.
Well, no, all right. Let me just say
No. I'm listening to you.
So what I found, and I've said this before on the show, is that the only way that you can avoid all these, crazy arguments and just, going to bed mad every night and not talking for days and all that stuff, you have to talk, even when it's uncomfortable and even when you don't want to. And
Communication.
that is the biggest thing. But it's not just as simple as just saying communication. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you have to be able to hear the person and not just wait for your turn to talk.
Yeah.
But listen to what they're saying. Like if
Take it in.
If your
Like,
girlfriend or wife feels upset about something you did hurt her feelings, and you didn't, even if you didn't mean to, like, it doesn't change the fact that her feelings are actually hurt. So you have to actually listen with that in mind.
you have to listen, and it's like an argument is one of those things where you literally say shit right after they say shit, and you're not even thinking.
Yeah, nobody's
so it's like you got
listening to
to
each other.
process shit first.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sure you've been in fights with your wife.
Of course.
Everybody does. If you didn't get in a fight with your wife, I think you're a fucking crazy person.
Yeah,
But,
you're hiding shit.
yeah. So like, you have to get shit out there. You say what you got to say, and then you process it, and then go from there.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what I do too. Like I try to do. You know, but like at the same time, it's like, okay, I'm 37. Fuck, dude, I'm getting like.
Yeah.
You get anxious about stuff. It's like, you know, do you want to have kids and stuff? And it's like, okay, I'm 37. I want to. Brent said this. I always like listen to, like, Brent says some good shit. But
Shout out to Brent.
Shout out to Brent. Bonesaw connected.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. He like, you want to have kids. You want to not be in a fucking wheelchair when you have like a 5-year-old and you want to like play catch with him. One of the things Brent said. But yeah,
It's true.
like. I got 3 years, Steve. I got no, I'm just kidding. No, but you want to grow up. You want to be able to, like, you know, have a catch.
Yeah,
like,
you don't want to be the old dad.
Do stuff. Yeah. So
You don't want to be the dad
But I don't-
at the high school graduation in like the rascal scooter.
beep beep beep.
Dad,
the flag up.
Daddy's so proud of you now. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
back in the van and
Yeah, living at that
Yeah.
place in Somerville with all the old people.
you
know that
the,
place?
the senior center.
They are just setting off the fire alarms every night, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah.
boy.
Oh, every night. That's the a privilege of living on Main Street, Somerville. You get fire trucks going by every night. Like, oh man, who left the popcorn in too long?
When I lived in Raritan, the firehouse is right behind my apartment. So
What? Where'd you live in Raritan?
on Somerset Street, on like Main Street in Raritan.
Oh, okay.
You know where the jewelry store is, Tropiano's
Yes,
Jewelers? I was right next to that.
Okay.
So I was there for like
Did I ever? Yeah, that's when you used to.
I was there for like 3 years.
Yeah, you came to the roof a few times.
Yeah,
right?
I've been to the roof.
Yeah, the roof. We just had our last roof, the last hurrah of the roof for like the summer. We did like a final party. It was fun.
I remember the
It
one
was
time.
good friends. Tony came. Tony was there.
I remember one time I was at the apartment. Brent wasn't there, and we took a picture of me laying in his bed with no shirt on, so looking like I was naked, and I just sent it to him.
Yo, can you get your hands on that picture? I would like to hang that. I have no artwork.
I might
Just a
be able
big
to
picture of
find it.
Steve. I get it blown up and put it in my bedroom. Jesus Christ.
All right,
So
so
let's go.
I'm going to shift gears a little bit here.
Yeah,
This is
shift
a
it.
little more on the serious side. Now,
Okay.
you being someone who is your roommates with two girls,
Mhm.
or your roommates are two girls.
Mhm.
You know, in the last couple of years, you had like the Me Too movement.
Yes.
You have big shifts in the way we, as a society, kind of view these things, like relationships between men and women.
Yeah.
You know, power dynamics and all this
Yep,
stuff, and
yep.
you know, rape culture is a word you hear, a
Yep.
term you hear tossed around.
Mhm.
Have you? Because I'm saying this because I know I have. Have you ever gone back and looked at, like, you know, your past, like maybe you had, you know, like the Aziz Ansari thing where they wrote the article where he didn't really commit any crimes or anything. He just had a shitty date, and he behaved like an asshole.
Yeah.
And like, did you ever go back and look at something maybe in your own past and be like, fuck, like I think
yeah,
that this was
I'm
this was bad,
like
because I have, and I'm not saying that, you know what I mean. I'm not trying to
no
put you on the spot.
I mean, there's times where, like, you know, like, I'm trying to think, like,
I'm not, and I'm also not asking you to share the exact experience.
no.
Yeah.
I think it's very different now.
Mhm.
So like, for one thing with me is, like, there's been times where I've hung out with girls
Mm-hmm.
where, like, they're like, why didn't he make a move on me?
Yeah,
Where I find out after the fact, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm not trying to, like, be, like, creepy, or, like, it's the first time we hung out, where, like, you just want to, like, make sure, like, you have
Yeah.
to, like I guess some people don't think, some people, like, I'm just, like, very, like, conservative on that way. Like,
you want
I'm-
to err on the side of caution.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, where back in the day, I'm sure, like you said too, like, it's like we just went in for it.
Yeah,
you know, like,
especially
and-
being younger.
but it was like we did it, and, like, it was all consensual, obviously. Like, all
Yeah,
the
no,
time
it was
when we
never
did it.
against
Yeah.
anybody's will. But
Yeah.
even a situation where it's like, you know, maybe I was a little pushy. Like, obviously, I didn't make them do something they didn't want to do. But then, you get in your head sometimes. Like,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
did I? I don't know. Like, she seemed like she was happy.
Yeah, like,
Because you hear about all these crazy things, and, I never want to put someone in a position where they regret what happened, or they
Right.
were uncomfortable and they felt like they didn't have a choice. I never want to do that. But, you hear all these stories, especially when you have friends that are girls.
yeah,
And
no,
you
no.
see it's waves and waves of women telling
Mm-hmm.
these stories, and it's like, Jesus Christ, like this is what happened to you, like holy shit, like
Yeah, I think it's just bringing back to like social media and all that stuff. It's just like you didn't hear about it. You didn't hear about it. Like now you
Mhm.
hear about it because you see it all the time. You see it on the news. You see it on Facebook. You see it on everything. But no, I can't say that like I've ever done anything like that. Like from the stuff that you're talking about, like saying
Yeah, no.
like we were normal. Like I don't think we did anything outside the norm.
mm-hmm.
But nowadays, you have to just be. You just have to know. You just have to
Be
think.
extra aware.
You just have to think a little bit
Mhm.
before you do stuff, and that's like, trust me. There's like I said, there's times where like the girl's like, "Why didn't he make a move on me?" I'm like, "Shit!" Like, I should have made out with her.
That's the thing, like I don't think we were ever, especially our group of friends, like we were never
Yeah.
those guys where it was always like,
It was fun. We had fun. We partied and stuff. And
but in the sense you think
Yeah.
like locker room talk and all that stuff like that, I don't think that was really us,
no, it was.
I don't think so.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was more go to my sister's school.
Oh God.
Steve.
Oh man, those were some times, buddy. Remember listening to La Bouche on the drive
Dude,
there to
Labouche.
Easton.
God damn.
Ah.
No, that was
But you know what? Though? That's a perfect example because that's a thing where
we went there
was-
just to
three of us.
3 of us with 700 girls.
Yeah, and it was only the three of us,
It was only the 3 of us.
and that was a perfect
Steve,
example.
where are you?
Being comfortable around like girls and just being like,
But
yeah,
that shows a lot about like that tells a lot about us that like we went there and we were like ourselves. We like just like
Mhm.
did our thing and like
and you could be silly and not have to worry about like
Yeah.
putting out this front, like, oh, I'm this guy.
by the way, me and Steve real quick, me, Steve, and our friend Drew
Everybody, yeah, they know
went
Drew.
to went to my sister's college in what was it, Lafayette,
Hmm.
and she was in a sorority. So it was like it wasn't even a house; it was like a building.
No, it was a building.
It was a building.
It was like a whole dorm.
Yeah, and we went there, and literally they're like, "All right, meet us at this bar," and like we show up, and it's just the 3 of us, and then all of a sudden like 400 girls walk in, and it's just me, Steve, and Drew. 400 girls. We didn't even know what to do with ourselves. We were just like, we did know what to do. We just got on the tables and started dancing.
All right, so let me paint the picture for you here. All right, imagine Fedo, and you guys have seen Drew. If not, go back and watch previous episodes of A Pod Amongst Men. Thank you, wherever
Yes, sir.
wherever you get your podcast. Imagine Fedo and Drew standing on chairs in the middle of the dance floor in this crowded bar.
Mm-hmm.
Just a sea of girls. It's
Guys weren't allowed.
there was no guys, just us three. There was no guys.
We were only allowed because I was the brother of
yeah.
the girl in the sorority.
Imagine the two of them standing on chairs with a pitcher of beer and a pitcher of beer, one in each hand, and NSYNC playing on the
Yep.
on the stereo, saying
Bye,
bye bye
bye,
bye,
bye.
pouring
Dude,
cups of
jinx,
beer
bro.
to just a sea of girls, everybody singing.
I love that picture. Like whenever it comes up, it's like, but then it also makes me sad. It's like 12 years ago
Oh,
today.
God.
I'm like, fuck. I'm like, that was a sick hoodie that I was wearing though.
I remember the second time we went when we had Miguel. I think Richie was with us, and Miguel puked on me.
Did he really?
In the middle of the bar.
Dude, those were, when we say dark times, we don't mean scare. Like they were just, we just went there and pretty much went there to black out.
Yeah,
Basically,
dark times in the sense
Because
that
meaning
like,
we don't remember.
there's
anything.
dark spots in my memory, in my
Yeah,
recollection.
Yeah. Dude, it was like, that was like, well, then again, with like chicks and stuff, it's like, like I like going, like doing shit, like meeting people
Yeah.
in person. Like, we like doing that instead of like, but that's all you could really do back then. So it's like, maybe get a sweet message from a chick when you put up your aim away message. It's like, yes.
That was even before emojis.
Let's go get smoothies. Sweet.
Oh man, I'm burping like a motherfucker. Now, with two girls as roommates, has that changed your perspective on anything? Do you ever hear any like horror stories, like shit that happens to them? Like they tell you like
Oh yeah,
like
dude.
dumb shit guys do.
Yeah, dude. Like they do the apps too, you
Mhm.
know. But it's like, and my roommates are beautiful, by the way.
Well, naturally,
I love them.
they're
And
your
they're
roommates.
beautiful. They're beautiful, and like their Hinge like roster is like so sad compared to mine. I got like 2 people on there. I got one today. Let's go. They have like 7,000 dudes.
Oh yeah.
It's like, how do you even like, as a girl, I'm like, how do you even like deal with it? Like you see people that are like, sometimes I talk to girls. This is one thing girls do a lot.
Okay.
I'm shitty at texting. No, you're not.
Yeah, no,
No, you're not. You just have 1,000 texts. I understand though. I understand. Because like, you're not shit at texting. Like, you know, like I have a friend, I won't say her name, but I have this friend and she's a very pretty girl. And it's like, she'll always answer me, but then like, she'll show me her phone and it'll be like 1,000 text messages from guys. And it's just like, how do you, like, I understand now.
Yeah. How do you deal?
I understand why you don't text some people back. Like, unless you're super close with that person, like, they're not going to text you back. Like, they're just not.
Well, that's a good example too, because you know guys say, oh, you know, I met this girl, they don't answer, they blow me off, and it's like, well, what do you?
Meanwhile, my only text message is Steve. Yo, are you on your way?
What do you want to drink, bro?
And by the way, real quick, I got to say this. So my friend Steve, you met my friend Steve.
I think so.
Okay, so for some reason your names are like meshed in. So when I'm texting you, I have to think about who, like, it put it into one text message, like one feed.
Oh, really?
So I have to make sure I'm texting you. Like I was texting you yesterday. I was like, yeah, dude, got all the info. Like, sweet. And then my friend Steve's like, the fuck you talking about, bro?
You actually put us in a group text. Dude, I'm super anal when it comes to names and contacts and stuff. I put everybody's first name, last name. Like, my
well,
mother.
you were always Steve Band. You were always Steve, and you will always be Steve Band because it's just nostalgic and it,
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe.
Then I got Steve, and it's like the same. It's like green because you're green and he's blue. So at least I could tell the difference of because when you start typing, you can see the green.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I refuse to get an iPhone.
Come on, Steve.
Can't do it, man.
Selfish, bro. Selfish.
Can't do it.
Why?
So I'm just too used to this now. You know, it's a good phone.
Was it Android?
Yeah, the Galaxy.
Fucking loser, bro.
I like it, bro. You know what the problem is? I'm used to being able to tweak all these different things in the settings that Apple, like the iPhone, won't let you do. And then I'm like anal like that, so this just works better for me.
So anal works better for Steve.
Yes.
You all heard that?
All right, so that's it. All right, the last question, last topic we'll touch on.
Shit, I already did my humble pie, so
That's okay. That's okay. We already did it.
I'll
So
try
what are
to
you
think of
worried
another one.
about? I've literally had to write up like a list of all my.
We
humble
all
pies.
know the one humble pie, and we can't talk about that
That's
because
okay.
it's just that's between all of us. It's not a bad story. It's just that's for us.
I got a few that I know that I will never divulge. Like we were just talking about, like with girls, they have this, you know, this enormous wave of dudes trying to talk to them. What are some of the dumbest and like most like harebrained things you've seen guys do in their efforts to try to pick up chicks?
DMing.
Yeah.
Slipping into the old DM.
Sliding into the DMs.
Sliding, sorry. Slipping. That's how old I am. Oh, you're all slipping into the old DMs? Nah, so there was a girl last year that my roommate used to talk to, and some dude, like, it's crazy. Like, just, hey, how you doing? You're so beautiful. And then like 2 weeks later, hey, how's it going? And it's just like a year's worth
Oh God.
of shit. And it's like, hey, bud, she's not going to talk to you. She's like, that's another thing with double texting. And like, you see it with people like, okay, I'll double text. I will. You know?
But no more than that.
But yeah, maybe a third once in a while. Maybe a
maybe a
third
third
once in a while.
peppered
Like,
in there.
hey, you remember me? Like, but like, it's always someone that I'm like
That you
cool
know,
with.
yeah.
Yeah. It's not like a random person, you know? But like, I see this shit and I'm just like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you know, they see it. It says red. It says red. So like, what are you doing? Stop. Like, don't do that.
Well, my rule of thumb: you send a message. If then nothing comes back, you could send one more. You're allowed to. You don't have to, but you're allowed to send one more.
You're
And
allowed
if both of those go unanswered, You're done. That's it.
Yeah,
Forget it.
They see it.
Yeah.
If they're gonna text you back, they're gonna text you back.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But that's it. That's
No, but I've had times where I've like done like 3, like, and probably after a few drinks.
Hey, a week later, you still there?
No.
3 weeks later, you fucking bitch. No.
Oh God.
Kidding.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Just kidding.
No.
You know what I've seen? I've seen guys that don't realize they have creepy body language. Like, for instance, you're talking to a girl at the bar. Rule of thumb: never stand if she's at the bar. If this is the bar, never stand with one hand on either side of her, so she's literally trapped.
Well, no, that's just.
Yeah.
That's get this guy out of here.
But I mean, like, and you don't realize.
I don't know if I've ever actually seen that. You've seen that?
I've seen that,
dude.
I've
what the
seen it.
fuck? No.
It's like, bro, that
I'm
is
like
beyond creepy.
I'm more of like, hey,
Yeah.
you want a drink? And it's like,
I'm
oh,
like-
Fedo, you should probably stop doing that. All right, cool. Yeah, thank you.
I'm the guy. I have my hands crossed above, like keeping my stomach safe so he can't see me.
Steve's peeing his pants in the corner.
I'm covering my soft
At
areas.
least I didn't do the bed.
But that's a big thing, though. Like, guys don't even realize. Like, you look like a creep. Like, you might be the nicest guy in the
They don't
world.
realize it. Yeah. No, I mean, I can't say that like there hasn't been a time in the past where like maybe like I said, like where I was not creepy but just like drunk stupid.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference. It's
Yeah.
like okay, he's
Big
drunk.
difference.
Not when like some dude's just like you said, like go behind her. Like what? What are you doing, bro?
Well, you see the guys that come up to the girls on the dance floor and shit, just start grinding on a girl randomly in the hopes like, oh,
My
maybe
move
she'll
is to
like
do
this.
the limbo. To be honest, I think
right.
that really brings them in.
All right.
It's like, all right, who's got a broomstick? Let's roll. Oh, you think you can beat me?
No. I want to hear
I would
more
love
about
to
this.
do it on camera and see if I could beat you in limbo.
You might be able to. I'm pretty sore right now.
Why are you so sore, bro?
I ran yesterday for the first time in like almost a year, so I'm extremely sore right now.
All right. Well, let it be known, Steve is a pussy.
This is what we're dealing with now.
Like just for
Bro,
some limbo.
I-
Wait, you want to limbo a sword?
I know. I was gonna nunchuck you actually.
Well, fuck me then. Fuck.
All right. I think
Those are dope ass swords, by the way.
that's all my old shit from when I used to train back when I was young. I found it all in like when I moved. It was all in like my shit that I kept in the attic.
That's dope.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna hang this up. Got a
Yeah,
little-
dude. Just to like end shit. Like yeah, like it's crazy times for everything.
Yeah.
Like it's.
all across
It's
the
wild
board.
and talking about dating and stuff. It's just like you just have to like literally roll with the punches. Like just I put myself out there. I show people who I am, and if you like it, you like it. If you
Yeah.
don't, you don't.
But at the end of the day, that's kind of what you should do.
Yeah.
Like, be your authentic self, and that
Yeah.
way, if somebody likes you, they like you for you.
No, it's
And
that's what I'm saying. Like that's what we're talking about the apps and everything. It's like you truly don't meet somebody until you actually
yeah.
meet them. It's not like I'm talking to this. Like people will be like I'm talking to this chick. No, you're not. You're talking to her like on a dating app. That's not like talking to a chick.
Yeah.
That's like, yes, it's talking to a chick, but it's like you don't really know her yet. Like,
Yeah. That's
you don't know
very
somebody
shallow
until you
conversation.
don't know somebody until you actually fucking meet them. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Any tips to young guys out there?
Well, I'm 37 and single, so fuck no. No, I mean, listen, I just haven't met the right one yet, Steve, and my name's Mike Fedo. My Hinge tag is. No, I'm just kidding.
You can put it out there.
No,
That's up
it's
to
Mike
you.
Fedo, I think.
Oh, okay.
I would assume.
Well, there's mostly guys that watch the show, so
Perfect.
yeah, right on brand.
Yep.
All right, buddy. I
Yo,
appreciate-
Steve, thank you so much.
Hey,
This-
man.
This is actually very, very fun.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming by, man.
And I'm gonna actually shotgun a beer after this.
I got more.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. You know where to find us, APodAmongstMen, on Instagram and Twitter. If you have any long-form questions, email us at APodAmongstMen@gmail.com. Please make sure you subscribe to the podcast on YouTube, APodAmongstMen. I mean, you're watching it or you're listening. Either way, make sure you like and
And
subscribe.
if you want to listen to an arms like these, I think it's MySpace /
In arms like these. I would put that in the show
Big
notes.
hugs.
Big
Big
hugs in
hugs.
arms like these. Yeah, that's it. And if you make sure you listen, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts, we are there. Until next week, peace.
Peace.